Well, we can speak now to Dr. Fayez Ahmed, a consultant neurologist who joins me now from our studio in Hull. A very good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon.
Do you say migraine or migraine, first of all?
You can say either. Migraine or migraine doesn't make a difference. I think
well, you don't care if you suffer from it.
It's quite a painful condition. That's what you've got to recognize.
Exactly right. Anybody who's got it doesn't care how it's pronounced, do they? This, though, does seem a rather exciting development in its treatment.
Absolutely. I think this is the first drug. This is migraine specific, which is not developed for blood pressure, epilepsy, or other things. It's a migraine drug. And we have never had a preventive treatment for migraine. We've had acute treatment for migraine that was migraine specific, but this would prevent it. And this would be, in the long run, would be injectable by patient themselves. So it's a huge development as such.
And does it suggest that we now know what causes migraines?
Well, that's a million-dollar question. We know what happens in the brains of migraineurs. We know where it happens, but we don't know why it happens. If we find why it happens, we'll get a cure for it. So this is why we are a little bit away from getting a cure. But if we can manage to provide treatment to people so that they can have a quality of life, then I think that will be quite good.
What will cheer a lot of people is this seems to have effects not just on the frequency, but the severity of the attacks.
Absolutely. I think if you consider a migraineur who confines himself in a dark and a quiet room, feeling sick and vomit, and can't move, you can imagine how big is the disability. And you know, 2 to 3% of migraine sufferers would have migraine on more days than not, and some people even have it every day.
Well, but people who don't have them don't understand how debilitating it is, do they?
Well, I think 97% of the population has headache. So they all consider that every migraine sufferer would have a headache like them. But remember that 15% of the general population have bad migraine attacks.
So the excitement of this is one thing. Do you believe this is the moment where we've got in the right direction towards, well, a preventative cure, if you like?
No, I don't think this would be a preventive cure, but I think it would add another valuable addition for something that has very minimal side effect, that will be self-injectable by patients at home. It will reduce the hospital visits and the GP visits, and it would just give an additional drug, but that will be specific for migraine. Because what happens when people come to the clinic and I give them medication for prevention, they say, well, this is used for depression. You're giving me an antidepressant. You're giving me a drug for epilepsy. So now we could say, look, you've got migraine. We're giving you a drug that works for migraine.
You're a consultant neurologist. You're a scientist.